Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is your tutor doctor from DB Tuitions. Now this video is extremely important, especially if you're close to your exams. It doesn't matter, you are in your secondary school, you're doing your GCSEs, you're doing your A-Levels, or you're an adult learner, or you're in university. Now what is this video about? This is a 5-point exam prep guidance video. And this is applicable to all those who are taking their GCSEs, A-Levels, entrance exams like UCAT, LNAT, or any professional certifications. You might be an adult learner or just a parent who is helping their child navigate this seemingly overwhelming academic journey of GCSEs and A-Levels. Now, parents, you want to know how exactly to help your child and students, because studying without a plan is just stress and it's not enjoyable. So today I'm going to give you this simple but powerful 5-point revision plan, a plan I've been teaching for the last 20 years, and it works every single time when done properly. So now let's get into it. The first step of this 5-point plan is flashcards. For today's video purposes, I'm going to take AQA physics energy topic whenever I'm referring to. This is both for combined science and triple science student, just to give an example of what I'm talking about. So step 1 is flashcards or definitions. Now listen, my fams, all of you out there, very carefully. Anything you learn, anything comes with keywords. It could be math, physics, biology, chemistry, medicine, law, coding, professional training. Every subject has its own vocabulary and language. If you don't understand the language, you will never understand the exam questions. Now, taking this energy topic at GCSE, you have to know what energy is, what kinetic energy, gravitational potential energy, what is an open system, closed system, what is joule, what is power, what are renewable energy resources, what is specific heat capacity, what is a spring constant, thermal conductivity. Now, all of these are the important keywords in that topic. Let's say anywhere from a minimum of 15 to a maximum of 40 to 45 keywords in each topic. Your first job is not questions, is not doing past paper questions. Your first job is to ask yourself, do I know exactly what each word means? Now, these flashcards can be, there's so many resources online, physical cards, an app, a notebook, but you must know the definitions properly and not vaguely. Parents, if your child cannot explain a keyword out loud, it means they don't understand it. Once you've studied your definitions and flashcards of the topic, now you need to move on to the second point, which are your notes. Fortunately or unfortunately, we live in a world of information overload. There's notes from the school, there are notes from tutors like us, there are notes on the website, there are YouTube videos, there are PDFs everywhere. Now, one strict rule I'm going to give you: only 2 sources. That's it. No more than 2 sources. So for GCSEs and A-Levels, this could be your school or tutor notes, and you can take any other trusted website like Physics and Maths Tutor, Chem Revise, Save My Exams, MMA Reviser, like that, loads and loads of them. Now, if you keep picking notes from 10 different places, your brain gets confused and overwhelmed because you've fed it too much information. Now, important point here again, you are not memorizing. There's no memorizing of these notes. Now, these notes will have all the flashcard information and the keywords, and they will be explaining the concepts through the keywords you've learned. Now, at the end of those notes, do I understand what is happening here? Do I understand the concept? If not, you go back to the keywords. So you probably might have to recycle step 1 and 2 a couple of times. And now then you come on to step 3. Low, as I call it, the learning outcome farms, the most ignored step by probably most of us. Now, this step is what I call gold. everyone ignores it. Every exam board, for example, GCSE A-Level, university, like GCSEs and A-Levels have AQA, Edexcel, OCR, WJEC, Cambridge, even IGCSEs. What does that mean? So why do we have these exam boards? Because each exam board has defined by the end of this topic, students should be able to, and it will give you the list of learning outcomes. Your final exam question paper, your examiner is testing you on these learning outcomes. So here, after you have done your step 1 and 2, there is a self-rating system. So you go on to the learning outcomes and look at each learning outcome from that energy topic. Now, you rate yourself 0 if you have never studied or never that particular learning outcome if you haven't come across through your step 1 and 2. If you rate 1 to 3, it means you've been taught that topic or the learning outcome related to it, but you don't understand it. If you rate yourself 4 to 5, you understand it, but not in a greater depth. If you rate yourself 6 to 7, you understand the topic, but you can't answer any exam questions on that. And if you rate yourself 8 to 10, you fully understand and can answer all the questions. So at this end of this, so you've taken an energy topic, you've learned your keywords, your flashcards, you've read the notes, and you've looked at the learning outcomes, and you're confident that you've met all the learning outcomes, and then you progress on to the next step. Now, if you're a GCSE student or an A-level student or a student parent, when I mean student parent, I mean parent of a student who is doing GCSE or A-Levels, please comment below this video with your year, your exam board and your subject, and I'll send you a neat template of all learning outcomes neatly arranged, and you can rate yourself clearly and you can track your progress properly. Trust me, my students, my fams, and all the parents out there, this is a game changer. Now, once you've rated yourself in these learning outcomes, you move on to step 4. And this is where you come to your past paper questions, practice questions, or whatever questions you're testing your knowledge on. Only after going through steps 1, 2, and 3, we touch the questions. Now imagine this. So you've attempted 10 questions today. You get 7 of them correct. Well done. Fantastic. Good job. Now here is where most students are going wrong. You look at the mark scheme. Let's say you have done your questions. You look at the mark scheme. You notice, okay, I've got these 3 questions wrong. You go through them and then you move on. Then next time when you're going to do another set of questions, you are going to revise the topic again, and you're going through the entire topic revision again, which is not going to make sense. Now, I'll tell you what is the biggest mistake you're making, and let me say this very clearly to the parents listening out there. So step 5 is your revision. Okay, so what is the real revision? This is the heart of revision. Revision is not rereading the entire topic, going through all the notes or all the flashcards again. Revision is fixing what you don't know. The 3 questions you got wrong, those are the exact points you revise. Slowly, you're diagnosing your weaknesses in that topic. You're fixing them. You're building your own personalized revision guide. Now, this 5-point exam prep works for all primary, secondary, A-level, GCSE, university students, adult learners. Learning is learning. Now let's have a quick recap of what your tutor doctor told you today. Step 1, flashcards. Always flashcards, definitions, keywords is what you're going to learn. Step 2, notes. Only from 2 resources. Only 2 resources and trusted ones. Step 3, check the learning outcomes. Have you met all the learning outcomes your board is going to test you on? And have you self-rated? And do you have to repeat step 1 and 2? And repeat step 1 and 2 until you score yourself a minimum of 8 out of 10. Then move on to the past paper questions or move on to the practice questions. and then you create a revision document for yourself. And that is what I called deep revision of the mistakes you made, not just randomly the whole of the topic. Please, 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 my request to all fams out there, be it parents of my fams or my fams, do not jump straight into questions. Targeted revision beats random hard work every time. Now, if this video has helped you, please like, please subscribe, and please share it with any student or parent who needs this. If you have any questions, or if you like to join my lessons, please drop them in the comments. Good luck with your exams. Remember, smart revision beats long revision anytime. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.